Here is Farrago's rundown of the candidates for the Batman by-election. So first up, we have Yvonne Gentle for the Rise Up Australia Party, a party that describes itself as a Christian, conservative, patriotic voice. She currently works as its National Secretary. Yvonne and Rise Up seek to ensure Australia's national security and border protection. They value Judeo-Christian values and are passionate about farming and Australian ownership of land and infrastructure. Jed Carney is a trade unionist, the president of the Australian Council of Trade Unions, and a qualified nurse and nurse educator. She is running for Labor. Her key goals are to reverse cuts to primary and secondary school funding, to invest in local healthcare, and to improve job conditions in the electorate. The Greens candidate, Alex Batal, describes herself as a social worker, refugee advocate, environmentalist, and mother. Her major goals, if elected, are to end offshore detention and to fight inequality, including advocating for renting rights, housing affordability, justice for Indigenous Australians, and opposing the Adani coal mine. Kevin Christopher Bailey is running for the Australian Conservatives in the by-election. He formerly worked as an SAS soldier, as a Herald Sun columnist, and financial planner. He is passionate about addressing the needs of the electorate through lowering the cost of living, with a focus on jobs and economic growth. As the Conservative label would suggest, he has aligned himself with more right-wing social views. For example, he has publicly supported Adani, in addition to opposing safe schools and a change of date for Australia Day. Next up, Tegan Burns for the Australian People's Party. Tegan is a housewife and a consultant. She is passionate about youth and criminal justice, investing in hospitals and education, and despite being from, quote, a very cultural background and being very diverse, end quote, her party is hoping to significantly reduce immigration, exit Australia from the United Nations, and cancel all multinational trade agreements. Debbie Robinson is running for Australian Liberty Alliance, a right-wing party. A retired registered nurse, Debbie now occupies the majority of her time working for the Q Society of Australia, a staunchly anti-Islam society. Australian Liberty Alliance and Debbie are hoping to reduce public debt and immigration, provide affordable, reliable energy, or as they phrase it, put an end to green pipe dreams, and push for the integration of migrants and stop Islamisation. Theresa Van Lieshout is running as an independent, though she is the founder of the Voter Rights Party. She is a teacher specialising in economics and social sciences. Van Lieshout is known for her attention-grabbing media campaigns and for having contributed to the Reclaim Australia movement, a far-right nationalist and anti-Islam group. If elected, she will be aiming to work towards a new tax system, a Citizens' Bill of Rights, and to significantly reform education. Adrian Whitehead is an educator and is running with Vote Planet. He has previously worked to set up Beyond Zero Emissions, a volunteer-led climate solutions think tank, and the Vote Climate campaign, a network of community groups advocating for a better future for the environment. His key goals are to eliminate new emissions of greenhouse gases, return the world to a safe climate, preparing for climate change, and creating a sustainable future. Mark MacDonald is an IT engineer running for Sustainable Australia. Sustainable Australia describes itself as an independent party from the common sense political centre. They are seeking energy security, affordable housing, a sustainable environment, and sustainable population. The latter translates to goals for reduced immigration with the tagline, "Better, not bigger." Animal Justice Party's candidate for Batman 2018 is marketing consultant Miranda Joyce Smith. She works as the National Marketing Manager for the party, in addition to being on their national and Victorian committees. She advocates for the party's core values of kindness, equality, rationality, and non-violence. Animal Justice hopes to ban live exports, unlock battery cages, free animals from factory farms, and stop the slaughter of native wildlife. So that's the ballot for you. Remember to keep an eye out for the rest of Farrago's coverage for the Batman by-election.